How you doing? I'm Alex Hoke with HydraSports Custom Boats, and this is our 2014 34-foot black edition. This is a new paint scheme for us for 2014. As you can see, I'm standing in the bow here, and there's a nice, beautiful bow seating up front, very comfortable. This is a nice position to sit, or if you wanted to lay out, you got plenty of room to do so. Also underneath both of these seats, a nice finished insulated fish boxes or dry storage, however you'd like to use them. Walking to the bow of this boat, you notice that we have coaming bolsters all the way to the bow with a nice recessed bow rail. So if you have to walk up here to work the windlass or anything else like that, you can do so. This boat has an anchor windlass system. What this does is allows us to deploy and retrieve the anchor from the push of a button. You also have pop-up cleats up front and space for a spare anchor. Now this comes in handy if you may lose an anchor, or if you're in the Bahamas and you need a stern anchor for anchoring in a sandbar, something like that, it comes in quite handy. Now moving back to the front of the console, you notice we have a nice big large layout coffin box lounge right here. This is a great seat, very comfortable. If you're cruising to the Bahamas on a day like today, this is where you want to be. Now below that, it sits on top of a frigid rigid coffin box seat. This cooler is specifically made for HydraSports Custom for this seat. Now that's all insulated. That's one of the best coolers you can buy. That'll hold ice for the entire weekend. So if you're traveling to the Bahamas or fishing the wrecks, anything like that, you get plenty of ice. Now walking behind the helm, you notice that we have a triple bolster seat here and a center steer. Now all your accessory switches are right at your fingertips. Everything's labeled nicely, everything's very easy to use. So while you're running 30-40 miles on a trip, everything's at your fingertips. We also give you plenty of real estate up here on the dash. Now this is nice for 2 large screens, autopilot. We give you a VHF radio up top. There's already a nice custom wet sound stereo throughout the boat. So all you got to do is pick out what units you want and go from there. We also have the Yamaha Command Link Plus gauge directly in the middle of the dash. Fusion remote directly at your fingertips from the steering wheel. Push start, anchor windlass system, and Yamaha digital controls right here. You also have access to your trim tabs directly from the throttle. Now looking back at the bolster seats, you notice that we have the carbon fiber interior with the custom Bentley stitching throughout. They're currently in the down position, they also flip up. Walking back, you notice this boat has the Kodiak bait station. This is a great option for our anglers or even entertainers. You have a nice sink here, pull out fresh water, and a massive live bait well directly in the center. This is a great place. You can even turn it into a wet bar and cooler if you'd like. Use the live bait well as a cooler. You have tackle storage directly below behind, and little bins for leader and miscellaneous items. Now standing in the cockpit, we got plenty of room back here. Nice move around. You can do plenty of fishing. And directly along. Standing in the cockpit, you notice that we got a nice large hatch directly in the center. What this does is it gives us access to all your bilge pumps, all your raw water pumps, everything, and everything is very easily labeled. So if you were to have to get in here for any what reason, you can get in here and identify the problem because everything's labeled. Now across your transom, we also have the pull-out rear bench seat. This is a nice, comfortable seat, so when you're traveling to the fishing grounds, to your destination, the Bahamas, or just to the sandbar, this is a great place to hang out. I'm standing inside the console on this 34, and you can see I have plenty of headroom. I'm about 6 foot tall, and there's plenty of space between. I got plenty of room to move around and not claustrophobic. We have a sink in here with fresh water, a full pump out head, your stereo, and you have access to all your battery switches right here. This is also a great place to store luggage and any other dry items you may have. Okay. standing at the transom of the boat, you can see how this combing bolster gets me right above the knees where it's supposed to. And I have access to all my fishing rods. So if we're trolling and one of these rods goes off, I can pick one up easily and angle the fish from it. You also notice across the transom that we have 3 custom painted white and black Yamaha 300 horsepower 4-stroke engines. Very powerful, very light, very economical. Now on the starboard side of the boat, we have our world famous dive door. This dive door is very easy to use. Flips back. And is a 3-piece door. Just gives you great access to your lobster spots, or you can use it as a floating dock for a nice entry and exit way. I'm Alex Hoke. This is our 2014 34-foot HydraSport. Thanks for watching and have a great day.